From Mechanic Studios comes Alie. Prince Alie, yes it is he. No, not that Alie. This, well, on the website they're actually calling it RC, but it's pretty clear from the head, this is a third-party ELITA-1, which I wouldn't have got it if it was just another RC. But I'm gonna go through this, see how cool it is, and maybe it's good for your collection, who knows? If you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle, welcome aboard. Been watching for a while, thanks so much for coming back. So let's get into this third-party Mechanic Studios toy and have some fun along the way. Be right back. All right, with my handy knife, I'm going to cut open this box. I have not opened it previous to this moment, so let's see what's inside. So in here, we have Alie in her vehicle mode, which looks a lot like RC's vehicle mode. I will totally admit that. I think this is just with a remolded head. Comes with a collector's card, comes with instructions, and a box that we don't need. You can see she's got a small pistol, and she's in a little bag. Not a very huge vehicle, but there you go. Red and pink. Only about 3 inches long. Give her a spin on the turntable of doom so you can see her from all the different angles. So when you turn it over, you can see the legs, you can see the wheels, and if I push it, the roll test doesn't do too badly. Has a tendency to kind of curve to the right, but you know, I've seen worse. Nice, shiny blue canopy deco, and you can actually flip up this here and push forward this little piece. So she's kind of driving with this type of like boiler type thing, air intake. Not sure what that's about. Maybe I threw the box too soon. It is showing on the back of the box, that particular configuration, maybe just to make her a little different from RC, who would have a fin here instead. But a cool looking small version of Elita One. Now the pistol, I'm gonna take a quick look at the instructions. Probably does not necessarily have a place to go in vehicle mode. And what's interesting is the instructions show her in purple. Unfortunately, there does not appear to be a place to store the gun in her vehicle mode. Looking on the bottom, yeah, I don't really see a spot. So if you figured out a spot, please let me know. So let's get her in her robot mode. And the instructions are backwards, so they show from robot mode into this mode, so I have to follow the directions backwards. So apparently it was slightly mistransformed because there's a plate here that should be down, but not a huge thing. So there is Alie in her robot mode. And I have to say, Mechanic Toys definitely impresses me every time because the amount of detail, I mean, the feet you have to turn. You have to turn these feet in order to transform her. I mean, just the little details, it's really a nicely done toy. Now, yes, this is, I'm pretty sure, based on their RC toys that they've had, but I always appreciate it when these companies are at least aware enough of the lore of Transformers to, if they're gonna do a new version of a toy, they're gonna remold the head and make it into something like Elita One. However, just like all of her thin-legged sisters, I mean, she can stand, but on the turntable of doom, it's difficult to keep her standing when you are doing a 360. We're gonna try though. Nope, very smooth plastic. Actually, probably better to have her standing on a rougher surface because that provides more friction. That might keep her standing a little bit better. So I'm just gonna turn her to show you, there's the back. I mean, yeah, she's a bit of a shell former. She's got basically the whole cover of the car on the back of head, except for her chest forms the nose part of the car and everything folds underneath. But it's still a very cool version of Elita One. Reminds me of the Netflix version, so it's kind of an homage to that. And let's go through some posability. So, not a shocker, full Jean-Claude Van Damme. In fact, she makes him look positively unbendable. She can kick forward. Just gotta make sure I don't disjoint her hip. She can kick forward pretty good, kick back pretty well. Side kick, nice and high. Now there's no ankle swivels per se, but her feet do point, so they can move back and forth that way. She's got definitely the ability to swivel, actually part of the transformation, and she bends at the knee where it can actually double over entirely. So she can twist at the waist, and her arms could go all the way around if it wasn't for all the kibble, so you kind of gotta move it to the side. But she does have a lot of posability. The arm can move outward, so she can be covering a whole bunch of people. She bends at the elbow. She even bends at the wrist in a weird way. The fists don't actually turn, but looking at her other elbow, she can basically double over her arm, just kind of like a human. And her head does turn all the way around. Now, the feel of the plastic, it doesn't feel fragile. It feels pretty sturdy, but she does have a lot of joints, and getting her to stand again, getting her balanced, is a little bit of a trial, but it can be done. So it is small from head to toe. She's about 4 inches tall, and she does have a great deal of posability. The challenge again being to pose her in such a way that she's not off balance. But I like her. She goes for about 32 bucks on AliExpress. Might be a couple bucks shipping, and of course applicable state sales tax. But she is one mean, tough lady. Definitely has to be to put up with Optimus Prime. Of course, I'll put a link in the description so that you can get this toy for yourself. I think it's fun. I enjoy, again, the mechanics toys. I just wish this was a little more stable to stand, but you can get it to do it. That's the only downside that I see. And those who don't like shelf warmers. But when they made the female Autobots, I don't think they were necessarily thinking about how the mechanics of it would work. So they gave them very feminine legs. What can you do? I think it's a cool toy. Maybe you do too. While you are mulling this over, you can check out this video over here, which is actually like 3 ninja versions of the RC mold, third party. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.